Hey guys, so for today's video we thought we'd bring you something a little different. We got tired of beating up on each other, so we decided to come up with a little co-op game here that we've affectionately dubbed Brainz and Plunder. So it's a Brethren of the Coast force here. We've got 7 inexperienced filibusters with a experienced captain. We have 4 enfants perdus and we have 4 freebooters facing off against the zombies today. So for them, we've cooked up a few rules. They have 8s for all of their stats. That's their fight and shoot skill and save. So anytime they're getting in there, you're looking for 8s. They don't take fatigue. They only move 3 inches per move action. They have the ruthless special rule, so if you're fatigued, they're trying to get at those sweetmeats a little quicker. And then we've also given them a rule we call headshot, so any natural 10s in the fight or shoot steps against the zombies don't allow saves. So we'll see if we can't successfully steal some treasure out from underneath these zombies today. So a quick little side note on house rules. For today's game, we have negated the rule that doesn't allow units to reload their sidearms. So the only unit that really matters for is the freebooters here in the middle, and that will allow them to reload their pistols in case they get into a pinch. So hopefully they don't need to use it.
Okay, so this is deployment. I'll go over the objectives here. So this is our deployment. We decided to deploy 12 inches on from this road. The objective for this mission is treasure grab. So what we're trying to do is there are 3 treasure chests scattered across the map. We are trying to get a hold of them and move all the units off this side of the board here without dying. Special rules here is a unit can hold 1 treasure unencumbered. If they have 2 treasure tokens on them, then it's a -1 to their move, and that's cumulative. We're just playing turn duration is we're playing as many turns as we can get off, or we die in the process.
So when writing our list today, we went for 100 points, 50 points each. We just decided between us that I would take the commander. So I decided on 1 commander and 1 unit for my 50 points, and my friend Dalton went with 2 units. So the way we handle drawing cards at the beginning of the turn is each player just gets to draw an amount of cards up to the amount of units they have. So if you only have 1 unit like me, you're stuck with the card you draw. And then from there we will start flipping cards from the zombie one at a time, and we will activate them based on the closest unit. We use the game's range chart for that. So if one zombie unit is at 7 inches and another one is at 5, we randomize between them to see which zombie unit will activate. So we'll see how that goes.
So turn 1, activation 1. I activated. I played a 8 of diamonds. The zombies drew a queen of diamonds, which means that this zombie unit moved 6 inches towards my Purdue here, and then I activated. So they moved up and they unload their buccaneer guns at these guys and killed 1 zombie. So turn 1, activation 2. I played my 9 of clubs. The zombies drew 8 of hearts, which proc this unit to move from the upstairs over 1 section and then down 1 section for their 2 actions. My enfant Purdue moved up, fired the buccaneer guns, killed a zombie or 2, and then charged into combat and used their and attacked, killing another zombie. And yeah, so that's that.
So turn 1, activation 3. I activated my filibusters and the commander with a club. Since they're inexperienced, they only get 2 actions, so they moved from here up 3 inches, because they were in rough terrain technically, and then another 4 inches forward. They gave the Enfant Perdu a free fight action. They did 2 hits. The zombies made a save. They're proving incredibly resilient so far. He ordered them to reload, and that unit of zombies here just trundled forward, being the last one to activate. And that'll be the end of turn 1. So the way we have zombies join the game is at the beginning of every new turn, we roll a d10. On a 1 or 2, we add, I should say on a 1, we add 1 zombie to the closest unit. On a 2, we add 1 zombie to the closest unit and 1 to the furthest unit, which is what we rolled this turn, adding a zombie here and here. And then on a 3 to 5, we add a new zombie unit of the number rolled. On anything higher than that, we divide it into 2 new zombie units, and then we roll an additional d10, and we put the zombies onto the board based on what we roll. That being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or if we roll a 10, behind us in our own deployment zone. And then those zombies immediately act as part of the opposing army for the remainder of the game. And that's how we bring on more threat.
Okay, turn 2, activation 1. I drew a 12 of spades. The zombies drew a king of hearts. Thus I went first. I activated my Perdu. They fought in combat and killed the zombies to a man. I was proccing this zombie unit that was in the building here to move out and towards the filibusters here with 2 actions.
So turn 2, activation 2. I activated the filibusters with a diamond. The zombies drew a club, so I went first. I moved my unit over and fired on the zombie unit that was here with their buccaneer guns, killing the zombies. Unfortunately, my first roll was abysmal with 7 shots and no hits, so we used a fortune point. My second shot was much better, rolling 3 10s, and then 3 actual hits, so I completely obliterated these zombies. And then that zombie unit there moved up 9 inches, and they were just shy of being able to charge the Perdu.
Okay, turn 2, activation 3. All that's left is my my freebooters. I activated with a club. So they moved up and took shots at this zombie unit here. So for an action, they moved up 4 inches, and then I marksmaned and shot at that zombie unit. Unfortunately, only hitting 1 and killing 1.
So the start of turn 3, we spawned our zombies. We rolled a 4 for the number of zombies that would come on, and then we rolled a 1 for their placement. So we have a unit of 4 zombies that spawned in over here, ready to flank our little force. So we'll see how that goes. So turn 3, activation 1. Unfortunately, we drew 3 hearts, so we went with my heart, which was the highest. And it wasn't good enough. The zombies drew a spade. So this unit here got their charge off on the Enfant Perdu. Out of their 5 attacks, they only had 1 hit. And luckily, we rolled a save, so the Enfant Perdu made it out. I activated my commander's unit with my heart, ordering the Enfant Perdu to rally. They got rid of both of their fatigue. And then the commander's unit moved up 4 inches using their action and used the second command point to go another 4 inches towards the tower treasure there.
Turn 3, activation 2. I played a 5 of hearts. The zombies drew a jack of hearts, which means that this zombie unit here moved 6 inches up towards the Perdu. I activated my Perdu. Okay, turn 3, activation 3. All that was left was me. I activated with a heart. I moved my freebooters up, and they charged. They reloaded their buccaneer gun for 1, and they charged into combat for the second, using their pistols. I hit 3 times and killed 2 zombies. And that's the end of turn 3.
So beginning of turn 4, we rolled a 2 for the amount of zombies added. So we added one guy into this fight as he crawls back up from the ground to his feet, and another guy shambles out of the woods and joins this unit here. Ready for turn 4. So turn 4, activation 1, we decided to activate my filibusters and the captain of our force. I activated with a spade, the zombies drew a club. So I moved up 4 inches, I fast reloaded, and I used a command point to reload. And then I ordered the Enfant Perdu to fight the zombies they were in combat with at the time. They killed those 2 zombies. Unfortunately, that made the unit zombie that activated the one behind them. The club, giving them 3 actions, allowed them to go 9 inches and charge the Perdu. They lost the zombie to defensive fire, but the zombies bit back, killing a Perdu in the process.
Okay, turn 4, activation 2 and 3. Because there were no zombies left, I activated with a spade against the freebooters here, proc their fast reload on their Buccaneer guns, and with their action, they hopped the wall. I had to push them to get them into combat because hopping the wall is an inch. They fought like champions. They hit 3 zombies and killed 3 zombies, leaving 1 left. Then I activated the Perdu with a diamond. They dedicated a fight action and they killed the final remaining zombie. And because of tough, that removed their last point of fatigue.
So we're doing pretty well today. So at the beginning of turn 5, there's no zombies on the board. So when that's the case, we roll 2d10 and take the highest result. We rolled an 8. So it's 2 units of 4. So after that, we rolled for each unit. 1 unit rolled a 6 and came on over here. And then another unit rolled a 10 and came on from our deployment behind us. And that's that.
Okay, so recap of turn 5. Not too much happened, just a lot of movement stuff. So I moved my Perdu into this tower here, pushing them. With a diamond, they had 2 activations, or actions. Then my freebooters here, with their 2 actions, they also had a diamond. They just reloaded their pistol. This zombie unit here drew a heart, so it moved up 6 inches. This zombie unit used flipped a club, so it moved up 9 inches there.
And for my filibusters, they drew a spade. They moved up 4 inches. They ordered the Enfant Perdu to go from the bottom of the tower up to the top. And they moved the freebooters 4 inches as well, closer to the tower.
Top of turn 6, for the addition of zombies, we rolled a 1, which means we just add a single zombie to this unit, the closest unit. Okay, turn 6, activation 1. I drew a 6 of hearts. They also drew a 6 of hearts, which means roll off. I won the roll off. I moved my Enfant Perdu down a level of the tower and then out the side there. And because I didn't push them, it proc tough, so it removed their fatigue. And because this zombie was the closest unit, they drew a heart. They shambled up 6 inches towards the filibusters.
So, turn 6, activation 2. I activated with a spade. My filibusters here fired on this zombie unit. They killed 3 zombies. They fast reloaded and then used a command point to reload again. And then they ordered the Enfant Perdu here to move up 4 inches. And these zombies here activated with a club and moved up 9 inches towards the closest unit, which was the freebooters here.
Okay, turn 6, activation 3. All we had left was my freebooters. I activated with a heart. So all they did was really hop the wall and go back to back with the filibusters here.
So beginning of turn 7, we have rolled a 10 for zombie generation. We rolled a 6 for the first unit of 5 over here, and a 9 for the other unit, which is over here. And that is the zombies. So turn 7, activation 1, I activated with the 5 of spades. The zombies flipped the 5 of spades, so we had a roll off, and lucky for us, it went to the Brethren of the Coast again. So I activated my filibusters. They fired at the 2 zombies in front of them with the buccaneer guns. They used their fast reload and a command point to reload to get themselves ready to fire again. Then they ordered the Enfant Perdu to move, bringing them within an inch of their own unit and handing off the treasure chest. And then this unit activated with their spade and moved 3 inches towards us.
Okay, turn 7, activation 2. I flipped an 11 of spades. The zombies flipped a heart, which means I went first. I activated my Enfant Perdu, proccing their fast reload. I moved them closer to the treasure that was on the rocks there for their 1 activation. Then I pushed them to get even closer to the treasure, and now they are carrying that treasure. The zombies. This unit was the closest one, so it moved up 6 inches towards our unit, which was the filibusters. Turn 7, activation 3. I had a club to the zombies' spade. So the zombies won the activation. They moved up 3 inches here, the only zombie unit left. And then I moved my freebooters, who were in front of the filibusters here, 12 inches around, just trying to keep them on the move. I pushed them as well, beyond their 8 inches, so they took a fatigue for that.
So beginning of turn 8, and for zombies we rolled a 7, so we added a unit of 4 and a unit of 3. We randomized their positions, and the unit of 4 ended up over here at position number 1, and the unit of 3 unfortunately rolled a 9 and ended up within an inch of the previous unit that rolled a 9. And we have a shambling horde sort of rule, so they just mob up and become a unit of 8, so that wasn't really great for us. So turn 8, activation 1, the zombies had a 7 of clubs to my 3 of clubs. They moved up here 9 inches and came just shy of the freebooter unit. Then I activated with the filibusters. They moved up 8 inches with their 2 activations. They commanded the Enfant Perdu to move down from the rocks with the treasure. They used their second command point to make these guys shoot at the zombies. They killed 3 of them, and then they used a push to fire themselves on the last 2 zombies, killing them, proccing the commander's lead by example, removing the fatigue from all 3 units on our side.
Okay, turn 8, activation 2. I drew a heart to the zombies' diamond. So all I did with the freebooters is move them up 4 inches and reload a marker on their buccaneer guns. And with the diamond, this zombie unit went second and moved up 6 inches towards the filibusters here. Turn 8, activation 3. I drew a heart to the zombies' club, which means I went first. I moved the Enfant Perdu up 8 inches, and I pushed them to reload their last reload marker on their buccaneer guns. Then the zombies drew a club, and this unit here moved up 9 inches towards the building and our last objective marker. The zombies' last activation, this unit here drew a diamond, and they moved up 6 inches.
So here we are at the beginning of turn 9, and we've generated zombies. So we rolled a 5 for the amount we got, and then we rolled a 5 for where they go. So unfortunately for us, that's right here beside us. And then, after I had decided to use my diamond, we flipped for the zombies and got our first event of the game. The zombie player rolled a 7 and got lucky. So this zombie unit got to take a free action of its choice. Its choice is obviously move, and came 3 inches closer to us, so that wasn't great. So turn 9, activation 1, they ended up flipping a jack of spades to my 10 of diamonds, so they got to go first. Lucky for me, they were not within 3 inches, so they did not make their charge. My unit then activated. Using their 2 actions, they reloaded twice, used a command point to fire on the zombies, killing 2 of them. They then gave the enfant perdu here a command point to move up 4 inches.
Okay, turn 9, activation 2. Zombies pulled a diamond. I pulled a club. This zombie unit here trundled up 6 inches. I activated my Purdue. They moved up, and I spent 2 actions to shoot. I threw a grenade, killed 1 guy, and then my Buccaneer guns killed another zombie. Turn 9, activation 3. I drew a spade on the zombie's heart, which means my freebooters went. It procced fast reload, so they were at even with their Buccaneer guns, and I took 4 shots at the zombies here, killing 1 of them. This unit here drew a heart, which means they trundled forward a little bit and then entered the building. Last activation of turn 9, this zombie unit drew a spade, thus it trundled up 3 inches. Then the start of turn 10, we rolled a 4 for the amount of zombies we generate, and we rolled another 9, so 4 more come on this side of the board.
So turn 10, activation 1, I activated with the club. They flipped a spade, so they went first. The zombies that were here charged the enfant perdu. They weathered offensive fire, killing 1 zombie, and 1 zombie remained to charge. He did not hit. Then the filibusters activated. They reloaded twice, used a command point to order the enfant perdu to fight, killing the remaining zombie, and then they used their brace of pistols to kill the 2 zombies that were coming at them over the wall.
Okay, turn 10, activation 2. I drew a diamond to the zombie's heart, which means they went first. The unit in here ended up charging the filibusters, who defensive fired, rolling poorly, and we burned our last fortune point, and then we rolled exceptionally well and killed 6 of them on the salvo. And then when the zombies got in combat, they fluffed their attacks. So with the diamond, my freebooters reloaded 1 of their Buccaneer guns, and then they charged in and used their pistols and killed the zombies to a man. Turn 10, activation 3. I drew a club to the zombie's diamond, which means they went first. So this unit was the closer of the 2. I moved 6 inches. I moved my Purdue, skirted the freebooters here, dropped off my treasure, and then pushed them and moved them right up against this building. Then this zombie unit drew a diamond as well and moved up 6 inches towards the building.
At the start of turn 11, we rolled a 1, lucky for us, and we added a zombie to this unit over here by the tree.
Turn 11, activation 1. I drew a club to the zombie's spade. So this zombie unit moved up 3 inches. My enfant perdu that were butted right up against the side of the building there moved into the bottom section here for 1 action, moved to the top section here for another action, and moved over to the far side for the 3rd action, getting the treasure and taking another point of fatigue. Turn 11, activation 2. I drew a diamond to the zombie's spade, which means this zombie unit trundled up 3 inches. And my freebooter unit, with their 2 actions, they reloaded and they moved 4 inches down the road there.
Turn 11, activation 3. I used a spade. The zombies no longer had a unit, so they passed. I moved these guys here up 4 inches. They fast reloaded and used a command point to reload. And I ordered the Enfant Perdu up here to rally, and they regained 1 fatigue. So that was good. So turn 12, and we paid for that 1 with a 10. And unfortunately we rolled a 5 and a 7, so we got 5 zombies over here coming in at us, and then we got 5 zombies standing right here, exactly where we want to go.
We need to get out of here before it ends.
So turn 12, activation 1, we decided to go with the filibusters. So my heart showed down against the spade and lost, moving this zombie unit here up 3 inches into position to move into the home. The filibusters then acted. They moved up 4 inches and fired their pistols on this zombie unit, rolling 10s and killing 2 zombies with headshots. Pretty stoked about that. And then they yelled up into the windows at the Enfant Perdu to get their butts moving down through the house. And that's what I did with my second command point.
Turn 12, activation 2. I drew a 2 of hearts. The zombies drew a 5, which means this zombie unit got to go first. It trundled up 6 inches here. I activated my Enfant Perdu, which was in this section of the building. They went down a level for 1 action, out for another, and yeah, that's that. Turn 12, activation 3 and 4. I drew a spade to their club, thus my freebooters here just took shots. Took 4 shots at the zombie unit here, hitting a ball and shot, and then hitting another zombie. So I killed 2 of them, and activating with the spade procced their fast reload. So this zombie unit activated with a club, so they moved 9 inches towards my freebooters, and then after that, this zombie unit activated with a heart and moved up 6 inches. Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Turn 13, zombie generation. We rolled a 5 and we put them in placement 7, so they literally were following right behind that first unit of 5. Yay, right where the treasure goes.
So turn 13, I drew an event card. Rolled a 7, which means weather change. I rolled another 7, which means +1 on the weather table. Means units have a limited visibility of 28 inches, and on top of that, any unit that takes a shoot action outside of a building takes an additional reload marker. Here we go. Okay, turn 13, activation 1. I drew a heart to their club. So all I did was reload the freebooters and move them up and wait for the charge. The zombies drew a club. And then we randomized because the three of our units were in the same distance range, and they drew the filibusters. So they weathered defensive fire, killing 2 of them, and they charged into the filibusters, killing 1 of them, and shaking the filibusters and causing them to go prone.
Turn 13, activation number 2. I activated with a club. The zombies had a heart. The guy that was here charged the freebooters and attacked, and missed, luckily. My commander's unit used the club to rally. They got rid of 2 of their fatigue, dropping them back down to 1. And then I used a command point for them to stand back up from being prone. And then I used another command point to order the freebooters to fight that 1 zombie off, and they did that, breaking them to tiny zombie bits.
Okay, turn 13, activation 3. I drew a 6 of diamonds. They drew an ace of diamonds, which means my Purdue went first. With 2 actions, I reloaded them and I charged into the combat, hitting twice and doing 1 wound to the zombies. Then this zombie unit here got to move with 2 2 actions and moved up, closed the distance with the filibusters.
Beginning of turn 14, rolled another 10 for zombies. Rolled an 8 and a 9, so we have these guys here and these guys here, ready to come and eat these guys here.
Turn 14, activation 1. I drew a spade. They drew a club. So I activated with the Purdue, and they killed the zombies to a man that were fighting against the filibusters here. Which means that this zombie unit, luckily or unlucky for us, got to go. 3 activations. They charged with 6 attacks. They missed all of their attacks, so we're still in this game.
So turn 14, activation 2. I did a club. They did a heart. So this unit of 5 here charged this unit of 4 freebooters. They defensive fired, killing a zombie. The zombies charged in, whiffing all of their attacks, which was lucky for us. Then my commander's unit went. He ordered a free fight from freebooters. They whiffed, they had 1 hit, but the zombies saved it. My unit themselves, they fought with their brace of pistols against the zombies, killing 5 out of 6 of them. And then that was the activation.
Turn 14, activation 3. I drew a diamond, a 2 of diamonds, and they drew a 4 of diamonds, which means they went first. The zombie unit moved up 6 inches behind the Purdue. All that we had left was my freebooters to fight with 2 actions. I dedicated a fight action, hitting on 5s. I killed 2 zombies. We're still locked in combat. Turn 15, added more zombies, rolled a 5 and then a 1. So some reprieve from the zombie murder in that corner.
So turn 15, activation 1, I played the 9 of hearts. The zombies played the 2 of hearts, so I got to go first. I went with my commander's unit, the filibusters. They fought the zombie they were fighting and killed him. They ordered the freebooters to fight, and they killed a zombie. And then they ordered the enfant Purdue to shoot. They fired their pistols and threw a grenade, killing 1 zombie here. For the zombies' turn, this guy did a dedicated fight action to fight the freebooters and just barely missed.
Turn 15, activation 2. I drew a spade to their club. I activated the Purdue. It procced fast reload, so their muskets are reloaded. And I shot. I shot and I pushed them to take another action to make sure the grenade doesn't blow up in their hand. The grenade hit this unit and killed 1 guy, and my pistols did nothing. Then that same zombie unit charged and weathered defensive fire, and I didn't kill anybody. And they attacked in combat and didn't kill anybody. So we're still in it. Turn 15, activation 3. My freebooters went with a club versus their spade. This unit moved up 3 inches. Then my freebooters went and attacked with a dedicated action, hitting on 4s. I hit once and he saved it. Then a unit that was back here flipped a club, ended up merging with this unit here, and this unit back here moved 3 inches.
Started turn 16, we rolled a 4 for our zombies, and we rolled a 5. So they came in right there. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them. Turn 16, activation 1. I activated with the 9 of diamonds. They drew a spade. So the 2 zombies that were here attempted to attack the enfant Purdue and missed both of their attacks. I then activated the filibusters with the commander. He ordered both the enfant Purdue and the freebooters to fight. They both won their combats, killing the zombies they were engaged with. I then reloaded one of my reload markers and charged into this big daddy of a unit, killing 4 zombies in the ensuing fight phase.
Turn 15, activation 2. I got a 13 of diamonds. They got a 9 of diamonds, which means my freebooters got to charge in here. They ended up hitting 2 and killing 2 of the zombies. here. Zombies attacked back, splitting their attacks. Hit one at my, or 2 attacks on my freebooters, 2 attacks at the filibusters. The filibusters did nothing. The 2 attacks at the freebooters hit once, and I saved it, and then I saved the resolve check. Turn 15, activation 3. In the tail end of turn 15 itself, I drew a diamond to their lower diamond, which means my Purdue got to go first. I moved them up 4 inches. They lost the second activation because, or a second action because they had 2 fatigue on them at the time. Since I did not push them, at the end of their activation, they dropped a fatigue because of tough. And then this zombie unit trundled up 6 inches. The only zombie unit left on the table after that was this unit here, and they moved up 9 inches.
So here we are on the last turn of the game. This turn we drew, or sorry, I should say rolled a 5 for the amount of zombies. We rolled 4 for the board edge they came on, so it didn't really matter. I put in a spade on the first turn to the zombies' clubs, allowing my commander's unit to go. They fought the zombies here and killed them. They're then going to move the freebooters up 4. They're going to move themselves up 8. And then the Enfant Perdue are going to go on the following turn and get themselves to the sweet 3-inch zone over here that gets us to freedom. So we've officially won this attempt at Brainz and Plunder, which is pretty good because I'd say this is our probably our 3rd or 4th attempt at this. We've actually had to make it easier to finally succeed. So if you guys want to know some of our old rules or what we were cooking with, just go ahead and ask.